Good evening, and welcome to the Bayou Blackbones, located on the campus of the University of Houston Clear Lake. Tonight's productions are a double bill. After the first show, there will be a 10-minute intermission, followed by the second show. Tonight's first show is Widow, written by Olivia Ellis-Saul, directed by Dr. Andrea Baldwin, and assistant direction by Diego Soto. Flash photography and recording of any kind is strictly prohibited. At this point, please turn your electronics and cellular devices off or on silent for the remainder of the production. Thank you for coming. Each time you attend a UHCN storyteller production, you are communicating to the university and the greater Clear Lake area that you support in-house performing arts. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Curtain opens as lights rise. On stage right, we see a large piano, lavishly decorated furniture, and various furs and rugs thrown about. The scenery is eccentric, expensive, and suggests the Victorian era. On stage left, draped furniture and tools are scattered around the stage, implying renovation. In center stage, there is a door that leads outside. Violetta, a woman in her late 60s, enters wearing a loud dress, an incredulous wide-brimmed hat, and a white fur shawl. Behind her is Harriet, the young maid, wearing a simple dress and apron. Then, Augustus, the young carpenter, who, dressed in dirty clothes, carries his toolbox and an exasperated look on his face. Gesturing upstage,
And here I want the statue garden. I think it would look lovely underneath the skylight.
Yes, ma'am. And you want us to tear down the fountain in the main hall?
Heavens no! What gave you that impression?
Well, ma'am, we can't possibly fit all the fountains without the fountain overcrowding it. Might I suggest we move the fountain, say, outside?
Nonsense! Then who will there be to admire it?
slightly annoyed.
The birds. Birds? In my fountain? Why, they'd splash water and sit on the edges and...
She glances around, as if she was embarrassed to say, then indicates for them to come closer. Augustus and Harriet lean in.
Yes?
They defecate all over it!
After this conversation, they disperse. Lloyd, husband to Violetta and in his early 60s, enters, wearing a tweed suit with elbow patches. He sits at the piano and gears himself up for playing. But before his fingers can reach the keys, Augustus bangs his hammer loudly on the floor. Meanwhile, Harriet dusts about the stage as Violetta watches, every now and then pointing at another place to be dusted. Violetta notices Lloyd and tears herself away from bossing around Harriet. She crosses to him, towering over as he continues to try to play.
My dear husband, Lloyd.
Suddenly sharp,
What are you doing?
My dear wife, Violetta. Oh, I'm rehearsing for my big performance tonight. That's what I'm doing.
annoyed,
Fine, but keep it quiet. Our carpenter needs to finish his work without distractions. And do play better this time. Your last performance, you were off key. I had to plug my ears at the horrendous sounds you were making.
she returns to Harriet. After a large huff, once again Lloyd stretches his fingers, and Augustus hammers. Lloyd lets out a defeated sigh, slumps over, and sulks off stage.
Well, ma'am, that should do it. I'll have it done by tomorrow morning.
Excellent. I am looking forward to it. You are quite the handyman, Gussie.
Augustus grimaces at the nickname, and Violetta exits. Harriet, having been watching near the edge of the stage, hurries over to him.
Tomorrow morning? Why did you light her? There's no way you'll get all done by then.
Don't you worry, my lovely Harriet. This isn't my first impossible project with Mrs. Lloyd Franklin Webster. I've already hired a team to work through the night. All the while, I'll be sound asleep. Then, when dawn comes, I'll slap the finishing touches on it, and she'll be none the wiser.
Enter 5 or so construction workers.
Alrighty, my merry men, you know what to do.
Harriet rolls her eyes. She exits.
Yes, sir, Mr. Augustus.
To the others,
You heard him. Let's get to work.
Augustus sets up his cot as the workers begin to change the scene. End of scene 1. Lights dim as construction workers make the scene change, consisting of the same set as before, save for some of the draped furniture uncovered and tools being removed. Twin statues, a girl and a boy, sit upper stage left, staring at each other. They exit. It is daybreak, the next day. Augustus is strewn about the stage, snoring away in his cot. Harriet enters in a fuss and attempts to rustle Augustus awake. He rolls over, mutters something incoherent, and continues to sleep. Harriet tries various ways to rouse him, but none work. To herself,
Well, if he's not going to wake from all that, then I'll have to try something else.
she stands next to the cot for a moment, pondering. Then, the idea hits her.
Oh! Help! I can't breathe! I need someone to undo my blouse!
Augustus suddenly jerks awake.
I'll save you.
He stumbles off the cot and collapses on the floor in a heap, dead asleep.
And what are you even sleeping for? You've done no heavy lifting. I always have to clean up after your mess. Oh, never mind. I'll just deal with the master of the house myself. And she's due for her morning meal.
Off stage, we hear the voice of Violetta.
Harriet, it's time for my meal.
Harriet takes a long look at Augustus, then exits. Augustus continues to snore. Then, a knock at the door. From off stage,
Gussie, can you get that?
Augustus doesn't move. Another knock, louder this time. Harriet and Violetta enter in a huff.
What is the matter with you, Gussie? Can't you see I'm trying to enjoy my farm fresh bacon and eggs? Gussie!
Augustus snores. The knocking at the door turns to pounding. Violetta shakes her head and crosses over to the door, swinging it open, revealing 2 gentlemen in suits. Harriet continues to try and wake Augustus.
What? What is so important that you need to interrupt my farm fresh bacon and eggs?
Good morning, ma'am. May we speak with
Looks down at paper.
Mr. Lloyd Franklin Webster?
He's not awake yet. Can't you see I'm the only early riser here?
She stomps and gestures to Augustus.
Now, let me get back to my farm fresh bacon and eggs.
Please, ma'am. It's urgent we speak with the owner of the house. Is that him?
He points to Augustus. Harriet stifles a laugh. Violetta shoots her a look.
Why, yes, it is him. As you can see, he is incapacitated at the moment. Come back tomorrow.
Violetta slams the door closed. We hear indistinct whispering. Then, another knock. She opens the door.
Yes.
You said that yesterday. It's tomorrow. It's time to pay up.
Violetta sighs and lets them in. Harriet has successfully woken up Augustus, who is startled by the gentleman leering over him.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can. My dear husband. Why don't you tell the nice gentleman exactly where you'd like to shove them?
At this moment, we hear a grumbling, a gurgle off stage. It's Lloyd, ready for his morning meal. Harriet notices and frantically tries to signal Violetta, whose back is turned from her. Confused,
Husband?
Violetta glares at him.
Oh, right. Husband. Well, as my wife was just saying, I'd like to shove you two both up my...
Enter Lloyd, much to Harriet's dismay. Grumbling,
What's going on in here? Who are you?
anyone can say anything else.
Why don't you join Harriet into the dining room, and I'll be there momentarily.
Okay, dear. Don't be too long.
He blows her a big kiss, making a real show of it, and a fool of himself. Everyone looks uncomfortable. Lloyd and Harriet exit. The gentlemen look at each other.
Well now, right, the money.
Yes, the money. Is that your secret lover in the nighttime?
Gentleman one looks
up.
exasperated.
What? If he's not, then he must be her husband.
I thought I was your husband. Didn't you say I was your husband?
Everyone, save Violetta, begins to argue amongst themselves.
Okay, fine. This man, this imbecile is not my husband.
Gasps from all except Violetta. Harriet and Lloyd enter. Lloyd is wearing a bib, and Harriet is pushing a cart of food.
He's my manservant.
Oh, I tried to stop him. He insisted on eating his food where all the action was happening.
What is this all about? Manservant? I thought he was our handyman. Or is that a manservant?
No!
She pretends to faint. All rush to her side. Lights out. End of scene 2. Lights up on Violetta, collapsed in one of her lavish chairs, fanning herself. Harriet is pouring tea.
Here you go, ma'am. Extra sugar, just like you like it. It's a shame those nice gentlemen had to leave.
She hands her the teacup and saucer.
Thank you. Kindly. Yes, those two are nothing but trouble. Now, be a dear and fetch my husband. I have some news I need to share with him.
About your financial situation? That's why you fainted, isn't it? To get those gentlemen's suits out of your hair?
Harriet, you forget your place. If you must know, my lifestyle has led us into a bit of a sticky situation with our money.
She looks defeated.
If only I knew how to fix things.
Well, you could always use that insurance policy you took out when Mr. Webster had that nasty fall.
That's it! That's the best idea you've ever had.
What?
Yes! Perfect! Now, do go get my half-wit I call my husband. I have a plan.
Yes, ma'am.
Calling off stage.
Mr. Webster!
She exits, but really hides behind a set piece. This should not be obvious to the audience. Violetta paces about the stage, muttering to herself, none the wiser. Then Lloyd enters.
Who is calling me?
He sees Violetta.
Oh, V, did you need something?
Oh, my dear Lloyd, I've got to tell you something horrible.
Is it about our lack of money?
How did you know? It doesn't matter. I found the source of all our troubles.
Well, what is it, V? Your spending habits?
No. I've told you to stop calling me that. It's not even a real name. Lloyd, I figured out how to solve all our woes.
Stop spending money?
No, my foolish husband. It's you.
Me.
Yes, you. You have to die.
She lunges at him. A chase ensues around the stage. Harriet's hiding place is not found. Finally, out of breath, Violetta gives up.
V, what's gotten into you? Have you been drinking?
Of course not. It's only tea. If you die, my dear husband, then I will receive financial compensation in order to pay the bank.
Well, that's true, but there's only one issue. I'll be dead.
Yes. That will do. Then who will satisfy my needs?
Well, there's always the gentleman next door.
I've got it. You'll just pretend to die.
Well, It would make me a more famous musician.
Yes, that's it. A fake dead husband. That way I can collect the payout and you can stop playing for those wretched concerts.
Me, fake my death. But how?
Smirking,
Leave that to me.
they exit, Augustus entering as soon as they're out of sight. He's casually strolling about the stage. Harriet pops her head out, having been hidden amongst the set this whole time. Augustus shrieks, startled, then opens his arms to her, planning to embrace. But she trots right past him, looking about the stage, expecting the two of them to be found. And they're not. She slumps into a chair, or perhaps across a table, exhausted.
Phew! I thought for sure I would be discovered.
What were you doing back there? Hiding from me?
No, of course not. I was hiding from Madam Webster and her better half.
Why? Are they planning on letting us go?
Worse, Madam Webster has a plan to profit from Mr. Webster's death.
What? How could she?
Confused,
How could she?
By faking it, of course.
Women are notorious for doing that.
Oh, I don't know what to do. We can't get involved in this mess.
Well, why not? Seems to me, if they keep the money flowing, we'll get to keep our jobs.
Because, Gus, I mean, what if we're caught? Like, how can we keep our jobs if we're in jail? It will ruin us. We'll be criminals.
This is true, I guess. You'll just have to find a way to stop them.
they exit. Lights dim as construction workers change the scene. End of scene 3. Lights up on the house, which has bit by bit been eaten away, including losing some set pieces, adding empty boxes, etc. The two twin statues are gone. Violetta and Lloyd enter through the door.
I cannot believe you did that. And with the police there too.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
I don't know, Lloyd, but showing up to your own funeral was not it. Besides, I'm sure the policemen are suspicious enough.
Lloyd huffs. Then, a knock at the door. Instinctively,
Who is it?
Violetta shushes him. She motions for him to hide. He does. Then, Violetta crosses to the door and opens it. 2 cops, the same actors as the gentleman, are behind the door, gasping.
Oh, God! Yes? How can I help you?
Good evening. We're sorry to bother at such a late hour. But we have a few questions for Mrs.
He looks down at his paper.
Webster. We just need to confirm a few details.
Come in, come in. I'm Mrs. Webster, widow to the late Lloyd Franklin Webster. God rest his soul. Please have a seat.
There is nowhere to sit. All the chairs have been turned over or taken away. The cops look around, then slowly lower into a crouch.
You're Mrs. Webster? Well, you didn't seem too upset about your husband's passing at the funeral.
Suddenly realizing,
Oh, my poor Lloyd! How could he do this? How could he leave me here, all alone with my...
she searches the stage for something to grasp. She spots the candlestick sitting atop a box. Sobbing,
My candlesticks!
There. It's all right. I'm sure your husband is in a better place now.
looking over to Lloyd's hiding spots.
I'm not so sure.
Now then, let's get down to our business. Where were you the night of your husband's death?
Well, I was right here, in my house.
We need to know specifics. Was anyone with you?
No, well, yes. My maid, Harriet, and my carpenter, Dusty.
Cop 1 begins to take notes.
Right. And how do you spell Gussie? Well, no. Let's see. There's I before E.
There is a crash off stage.
Excuse me. I need to see what that was.
Of course.
She exits. The cops look at each other and begin to compare notes.
No, that's not what happened. He wasn't found there. He was found here.
Cop 1 points to a spot on the stage, the exact hiding place of Lloyd. Cop 2 takes out his chalk and begins to draw an X to mark the spot. But the chalk breaks. Cop 2 moves the furniture that Lloyd was hiding behind. Lloyd tumbles out, startling everyone.
Ah! Who are you?
Oh, who are you?
Who am I?
What?
Violetta enters, sees the situation, and holds in a scream.
Woo! I see you met my husband's cousin, Lloyd.
What?
Yeah, they raise a good point. What?
Through her teeth,
Yes, my dear late husband's cousin. He came to comfort me in these sad times.
holding up a picture of Lloyd,
He sure looks like him.
laughing nervously.
Well, they are family after all. Come to the kitchen. Let me make you some tea.
Will there be biscuits? No thanks, ma'am. We have to go now, but rest assured, we will be back the next time with more chalk.
Harriet enters.
Oh, I didn't know we were expecting company.
They were just leaving.
Are you Harriet? Was Mrs. Webster with you the night of her husband's demise?
Augustus enters. To Lloyd,
Alrighty, Mr. Webster. I've taken out all the furniture you requested be sold.
Sold?
Mr. Webster?
Violetta looks around frantically. Everything is spiraling out of control.
Mr. Webster was my father's name. Please, call me Floyd.
Harriet and Augustus look at each other.
Well, I'm sure you two fine policemen have more pressing matters to attend to. Off you go.
She leads them to the door. They exit, looking more confused than anyone. As soon as the door closes, Lloyd begins to laugh, while Violetta shushes him.
We did it. We fooled those fools. All I had to do was pretend to be my bastard cousin, and they were fooled.
I fooled them. You almost cost us our plan.
Well, I think it was worth it. Because now I can right all of Floyd's wrongs, including pushing me off the rocking horse when we were 7.
Excuse me, but what just happened?
Do you want me to continue moving out the furniture?
Heavens no! Our plan is working. Soon I'll travel to the bank and collect the payment.
Excuse me, I would like to know what is going on. Why did those policemen ask me about you? Did you really go through with this? I cannot believe this.
Harriet, do not forget who writes your paychecks. Now, everything is going according to plan. Tonight, we open that bottle of champagne I've been saving. It's cause for celebration.
But ma'am.
Dismissed!
Yes, ma'am.
Harriet exits.
Now, Gussie, what was this about selling my preciously acquired furniture?
Augustus opens his mouth to speak,
Uh,
but Lloyd interrupts him.
Darling, until you collect the payout, we need to downsize. I instructed Augustus to sell the things that we don't need.
Violetta gasps. She looks around wildly, suddenly aware of the lack of furniture across the stage. She turns and notices the 2 statues missing.
No! Not my statue garden! They were the perfect couple!
Ma'am, they were brother and sister.
No!
Victoria, Violetta, crumbles to the ground while everyone else looks solemn. At the same time, Harriet returns with a champagne bottle, popping it as Violetta says her line. Lights dim as Grips dressed as construction workers change the scene. End of scene 4. Lights up on Harriet and Augustus at separate ends of the stage doing busy work. Harriet is humming some form of a song, and Augustus is slightly swaying to the music. Violetta enters the house from the door.
Where is my coat rack? How am I supposed to hang up my coat without my coat rack?
Madam, we've never had a coat rack. You've always just thrown it on the floor for me to clean up.
Oh.
She exits, flustered.
Well, my sweet, precious Harriet, now that we're alone.
He closes his eyes and makes kissy faces at her. She's ignoring him.
Yes, right. Now that we are alone, we can discuss what we're going to do about this mess.
Oh, right. The mess. I think we shouldn't call the police.
These lines are said at the same time, but Harriet mishears Augustus's line as equivalent to her own.
You agree then to say we're on next?
Well, I suppose so. It's the only way to assure our position in the household.
It's settled. I'll go get the telephone and you do the talking.
She exits.
Wait, what?
Violetta enters.
Gussie, have you seen the telephone? I need to make a call.
Harriet enters. Behind her, carrying the phone, which has a long running cord attached to it. Violetta does not see her.
I think Mr. Webster was using it in the drawing. You might check there.
Violetta nods and exits opposite to where she entered, still oblivious to Harriet.
Oh gosh, thank you, Gus. You really rescued me there for sure.
Augustus makes batty eyes at her, leaning in for a kiss. Harriet turns away at the last moment and dials the phone. As she says her lines, she begins to pace, dragging the cord behind her.
Let's settle this once and for all. Hello, operator.
Huh?
I need the police station, please. Thank you. Hello, is this the police station? I need to speak with the man investigating Mr. Lloyd Franklin Webster's death. It's urgent! I have some information. Yes, I'll hold.
She sets down the phone, but doesn't hang up.
Now let's make a pact. No matter what happens, we will do what we think is right.
Right.
Right? Well, go on then. Talk to them.
No.
What? Why not?
Augustus hangs up the phone.
Because you told me to do what I think is right. And I think the only way to do that is by keeping our jobs.
The phone begins to ring, interrupting Augustus. Harriet is startled. Augustus answers. They're ear to ear as to both hear the call.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, this is the house of Mr. Lloyd Franklin Webster. Yes. Yes? Well, no, I guess. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Well, if you say so. I think.
Harriet rolls her eyes and she yanks the phone away.
Who is this? What do you want? Uh-huh. Well, I don't. I think. Goodbye then.
She hangs up the phone.
And?
We should be expecting company any minute now. Prepare the house!
They look around. The house is almost bare with nothing but boxes scattered about. Augustus rummages through a box, revealing a decorative item of some sort, a throw pillow perhaps, and places it adjacent to the door.
Okay, it's prepared.
Harriet sighs. It will have to do. Then, a knock at the door. They both jump and scramble about the house, fussing with the boxes.
Who is it?
The knock grows louder. Frightened,
Come in!
the door swings open. It's Floyd, the aforementioned cousin of Lloyd. He's dressed in a long coat and top hat. Atop his upper lip sits an extravagant mustache held onto the actor's face by a stick. While it's the same actor as Lloyd, it's clear to the audience that they are not the same person.
Who are you?
Ah! I've caught you! I knew you'd be here! I'm Floyd, live and in the flesh. Let's duel.
He leaps into a fighting stance. Harriet rolls her eyes.
Caught us doing what?
Yeah, doing what?
Denying it only makes matters worse for yourselves. I know everything. Now come with me. I discovered your lies and treachery, and I'm here to set the racket straight!
He motions to them to follow him, but before he can take a single step, there's another knock at the door.
Who is it?
It's the police. Open the door.
No one is home!
What do you want?
Perfect.
Floyd opens the door, and cops enter.
We want to speak with Mr. Floyd Webster.
Floyd starts to speak, but Augustus physically restrains him by jumping on his back and covering his mouth.
Right. I'll go get him for you.
He pulls a fighting Floyd off stage, and they exit.
What do you want with Mr. Floyd?
We just need some clarification on some things. Some important things, obviously.
Violetta enters, noticing the cops immediately, and exits in a fuss. They do not see her. Augustus enters with Lloyd towing behind him, Lloyd wearing his usual getup.
Here he is, Mr. Floyd Lewis Webster, in the flesh.
Augustus winks at the audience.
What's going on?
We'd like to discuss some details of your late cousin's demise. Yes. What would those details be?
Well, Violetta, can you come in here for a moment?
Violetta tentatively enters.
What's going on here?
We were just about to discuss the circumstances surrounding your husband's death.
Violetta looks at each member of the cast. Then she begins to sob dramatically.
Oh, woe is me! My poor, dead husband!
Now, miss. It's going to be all right. We think we might know what happened to him.
Cop 1 shoots him a look. Violetta's eyes widen.
What do you mean?
Mr. Augustus Jones Smith, you're under arrest for the murder of Mr. Lloyd Franklin Webster.
What?
Cop 2 handcuffs Augustus.
No! You don't understand! This can't be! This isn't right!
Harriet, dear, remember our pact.
Harriet begins to cry, while the cops take Augustus away and exit.
Well now, that settles things just fine, doesn't it?
Harriet wails and runs off stage. Lights dim as grips dressed as construction workers change the scene. End of scene 5. Lights up on the stage, completely barren save for the door. Harriet enters through the door. She collapses on the ground. Violetta enters.
Harriet, where have you been? And why are you down there? There's dust all over the floor, no thanks to you.
Holding back tears.
I've been downtown at the station. You, Madam Webster, but the only man who's ever cared for me in jail!
Well, it beats me having a rot in jail, doesn't it?
No, it does not. Not with the man that I...
The man that you what?
Harriet looks away.
As suspected. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to finally make my way to the bank.
No, I will not excuse you. Not this time and not anymore. I've let every indiscretion by every unkind word slip through the cracks, but no more. I will not be punished for your misdeeds. I'm going back to the police station and I'm turning you in!
Well, if you were truly going to turn me in, you would have done so at the station. Don't go about making false statements, my dear Harriet.
Oh, it's no false statement. I'm leaving, and as soon as I walk through that door, you can expect me to return with justice!
Violetta gasps. Harriet exits through the door, slamming it behind her. Lloyd enters.
Oh,
What?
oh.
What's all the fuss about?
She'll ruin us, Lloyd. She's going to destroy everything we planned.
Who?
Why, Harriet, of course, the nasty woman.
Oh, that's her name. Oh, come on now, dear. It can't be that bad. Now, tell me, what is going on?
She's going to turn us in. Oh!
Violetta faints into Lloyd's arms, this time for real.
Oh, well, that is a problem, isn't it? Floyd, will you come in here? Violetta has gone and fainted. Floyd!
Lloyd sets her down and exits in a huff. Light changed. Floyd enters.
Yes, cousin? Come to duel? Finally!
He pulls out his pistol that has been hiding in his trench coat.
I've prepared myself accordingly. Lloyd, where did you go?
He exits. A moment passes. Lloyd enters.
No, I've not come to duel. What is the matter with you? Floyd! Floyd!
Lloyd exits. Another moment. Floyd enters, putting away the pistol.
Come to hash it out, then, I see. Alas, I have no time for this. I must go and call those policemen and assist that fair maiden in turning you in.
stage, Violetta stirs. Floyd enters,
But it was you who pushed me. Oh, where did he go?
noticing Violetta.
Oh, my dearest V. I will not let them take you away.
He helps her up. They exit. Lights out. End of scene 6. Lights up on the stage. We hear the sound of Harriet leading Cop 2 to the door. They knock. Harriet sighs and opens the door.
Madame Webster, come out and face the music!
I don't hear any music.
Floyd enters.
Finally! I made this call an hour ago. I had to hide in the kitchen cupboard from those horrible homeowners. Hear from a despicable cousin now, are you?
Violetta enters.
We have a warrant for your arrest, Madame Webster. Take her away. Oh, and I quit!
Harriet takes off her maid apron and throws it on the ground, stomping on it. Cop 2 takes a step forward and handcuffs Violetta. Augustus and Cop 1 enter through the door.
Not so fast!
Gus?
That's right. And I brought with me this policeman whose name I've already forgotten.
I know everything. We're here to pardon Madam Webster of her crimes and arrest Floyd Lewis Webster.
Everyone gasps. Floyd makes a run for it, exits off stage quickly pursued by Cop 1.
But how?
Floyd enters, chased by Cop 1 in the background. They exit.
How indeed? Now, if you'll excuse me.
She gestures to the cuff. Cop 2 obliges.
No, she must pay for her crimes!
Harriet gestures to Cop 2. He puts the handcuffs back on her. Floyd enters, sees the policeman, and exits.
Stop! Everyone! Floyd, come on out now! Floyd!
Floyd and Cop 1 enter, both looking guilty.
Great. Now we're all here. I'll explain what happened. You,
Pointing to Cop 2.
you'll be me. And my friend whose name I still cannot remember will play himself. We'll have a reenactment.
Cops 1 and 2 scramble to their places. During this next monologue, the cops act out what has transpired for the audience.
There I was, handcuffed, sulking my way to the police station. When it hit me,
Cop 1 hits Cop 2.
I knew what had to be done. I knew I had to turn in Mr. Floyd Lewis Webster. So I called to the policeman taking me away, and I said to him, Mr. Nice Policeman,
Mr. Nice Policeman,
I know who really is behind this nefarious crime.
I know who really is behind this nefarious crime.
He turned to me, tears in his eyes, begging me to tell him, as he wanted to pardon Madam Webster.
Cop 1 looks at Augustus, as that is not what actually happened. Augustus gestures for him to act it out. Cop 1 does.
And that's when it happened. I came up with, I told the truth about the situation. Floyd was the mastermind behind it all. He conned Madam Webster into a scheme, plotting and planning to send her to jail the entire time. And if he wasn't successful in that, he planned on killing her.
All gasp. Violetta sniffles, clearly moved by the performance. Harriet rolls her eye.
What? I was only trying to right my awful cousin's wrongs. Or as we all know, it was him who pushed me off the swing set.
I thought it was a rocking horse.
Oh.
And he believes that story? Well, yes.
Oh, how nasty Mr. Floyd is! Faking a death? Who could ever do such a vile thing?
Violetta turns deadpan to the audience.
Look! I bet he has a weapon on him now.
Cop 1 pats down Floyd. He reveals a pistol hidden in his trench coat.
What? That's my dueling pistol. I needed to solve this once and for all.
So you admit you plan to murder with this pistol?
Well, I don't.
See?
Cop 2 takes the handcuffs off Violetta and puts them on Floyd reluctantly. He takes Floyd off stage through the door. They exit.
Well, I suppose you don't need me anymore. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my friend. I'll always remember our times together. Both fond and not so fond.
Cop 1 nods and exits through the door.
That's a great story, Gus. But it's a story. I can't believe they fell for that mess.
Lloyd enters. To Augustus.
How did you know he had a weapon?
Well, that's simple. I told him. Silly Floyd always comes prepared for a duel.
They shake hands. Harriet looks confused.
Oh, my dear Lloyd.
She kisses Lloyd.
I knew marrying you was the right thing. They all told me to go with the neighbor. He certainly knew his way around piano keys. But I didn't listen. Lloyd, you make me swoon.
Violetta swoons. Then she and Lloyd exit.
He was my one telephone call. That's how we came up.
Oh, Gus. At least you get to keep your job.
Yeah, I guess. What about you? What will you do?
I might travel, see the world, get out of this house.
Hurts.
Oh, I see.
I need a travel partner. Come with me, Gus.
But who will restore the house to its former glory?
Enter construction workers. Clapping Augustus on the back. I guess that's me. Getting down on one knee.
Miss Harriet Isabella Brown, will you marry me?
Yes! Yes! Oh my yes!
Augustus smiles. He pulls Harriet into a long kiss. Light change. The grips quickly bring everything back out onto stage, including the twin statues.
We will go to Paris, my love.
Augustus pulls out a beret and red scarf, adorning a Harriet with them. Harriet giggles. She eventually reveals a large pouch that looks to be stuffed with money.
And we'll use the insurance money to pay for it!
Augustus gasps. Harriet grins.
I cashed it out on the way to the police station. Madam Webster needed to be put in her place somehow. Gus, we're millionaires!
Augustus and Harriet exit, laughing heartily. Violetta and Lloyd enter, looking ragged.
I'm terribly sorry. That was unexpectedly quick, wasn't it, my dear?
Smiling, teasing him.
You're getting too old for this. Let's take a trip down to the bank. I can't wait to get my hands on our well-deserved payouts.
Violetta dashes off stage. Lloyd quick to follow. Blackout. End of show.